So, Putler, Trump, the personal dynamic, we got something from that tonight. And Spotify's little The Velvet Sundown ain't quite what you thought it was, everybody. You hit subscribe, I'll cue the music. So Donald Trump's current thinking on Russia, if you try to pull an analysis of it and look into it, you're going to date yourself within minutes. Read too much into a simple tweet, posting off, or, one of his off-the-cuff comments by, and the danger is that your conclusions will be contradicted, by supper time, maybe the morning at best, at length, right? So let's look into this from Russia's side a bit here, whether or not we truly believe what's coming out of their media, but it's what we got. The Pravda newspaper put it like this: the U.S. president blows hot and cold. He changes his mind on key issues as easily as he changes shoes. And when it comes to Russia recently, the White House does appear to be blowing more cold than hot. I mean, Putler and Trump's most recent telephone call their sixth of the year, supposedly. Trump revealed that the two leaders didn't make any progress. He said, I'm not happy about that. And all of his, judging the size of Arnold Palmer's junk thing he does. And then 4 days later, Trump threatened to impose a 10% tariff on any of the BRICS countries or any country that aligns with the BRICS countries. Then his frustration boils over with some of his strongest language to the day. He says, we get a lot of bullshit thrown at us by Putin. If you want to know the truth, he's a very nice all the time, but it turns out to be meaningless. I mean, holy. Welcome to the party, you freaking. And on the other side, a spokesman for Vladimir Putler there says, we're pretty calm about this. Trump's way of talking is generally quite harsh. We plan to continue our dialogue with Washington to mend the broken bilateral relations. We hope that Trump and his team will continue their efforts to get the peace process back into the realms of diplomacy. No, what that actually said was, we hope that Trump hardens up again and starts giving us what we want so that we'll finally stop the war for a while. There's a few, like a political pundit here was accusing Trump of an absence of geopolitical achievements. There was a quote here: mercurial temperament is prosperity for sudden mood changes and chaotic changes of direction. Just leave everybody wondering. Now here's another quote: every time the U.S. president says make America great again, he might inadvertently be promoting Elon Musk's new party. and this is all coming out of Russia, right? And now Trump seems to be growing increasingly frustrated by Russia and Putler's refusal to agree to a real ceasefire in Ukraine. And here's another quote: the Kremlin believes that Trump offers Russia too little, and therefore the continuation of a good quarrel is better than bad peace.
See, the thing is,
quarrel?
I'm kind of like on Russia's side on this one, because quite frankly, I wouldn't have Trump, have open a paper bag for me. Never mind settle a peace agreement or anything like that. He's just so incompetent. I wouldn't go anywhere near him. So I don't blame Russia having nothing to do with him whatsoever.
Well, there's another quote here from another Russian news source. But Putin clearly believes that he holds the cards, as Trump likes to use, and can simply hope for a better deal. I truly believe at this point that Trump has blown his horn and then backed down from his horn so many times repeatedly that only the MAGAites are the ones that are truly believing that Trump is a force of power in the world. I think a lot of people are just going, oh God, okay, we've had enough of you. And I don't think he actually scares Russia right now.
He doesn't. He doesn't scare anybody. He does scare people because he's just so,
chaotic.
Chaotic, and And just like Putin says, temper tantrums, and it's just so erratic with his decisions.
Yeah, he's like a child.
That is what the world is scared of, and not to mention all these, like the bankers and the people in the stock market.
Yeah. But politically, I don't think there's a lot of people that fear him at the moment, because I mean, unless you're somebody that he can just bully up on because you're small and you don't have the ability to stand tall, I don't think he's really he wants the peace prize. He's not going to do it. But anyway,
well, there is a group of people who are fearful of him, and that's just all the people in the Republican Party.
Yeah.
Currently in the Republic, they're the only people that won't stand up against him.
Yeah, we'll see how this works out with Putler, but I would personally like to get Trump to the point where he's pissed at Putler and understands Putler's just been messing with him the whole time, because then maybe he'll finally do the right thing and help Ukraine kick those orcs out. But we'll see. So you got a good one here. This is a good one. I knew this was coming too.
I knew you'd like this. This story's been kicking around in the news for a few weeks now. But if you stumbled across this indie rock band, the Velvet Sundown, on Spotify, and thought, oh, their retro vibe felt a little bit too polished to be real, and well, you're absolutely right, because they're not. With over 1 million monthly listeners, flowing hair, moody press shots, and vintage rock aesthetics, straight out of the 1970s, the Velvet Sundown seemed to be like the next big underground band. But unfortunately, they're entirely fake. Yeah. The band's creators have now admitted that everything, the music, lyrics, vocals, even the promo photos, were generated using artificial intelligence. And in a statement posted to social media, the anonymous creators described the project as a synthetic music experiment guided by human direction, but made using AI tools. Their goal was to provoke a discussion about the future of music, authorship, and identity in the age of artificial intelligence. They say this isn't a trick, it's a mirror. The band's ex-bio reads, it's not quite human, not quite machine. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's more machine now.
It's just fake. It's just fake. No.
Yeah. But it's interesting, though, because a lot of people are listening to it. So I haven't heard any of it yet, so I can't make a judgment on it. But it's interesting that people are listening.
I heard one of the songs. There's a YouTuber named Rick Beato, and he's very, very knowledgeable about songwriting, music theory, production in the studio, the whole 9 yards. Been doing it all his life. And he put one of their songs into Apple's Logic, the audio editor, and it has like a AI whatever tool that can separate the tracks so that you can hear each individual musical instrument clearly and perfectly on its own. Right. And whenever you feed that tool AI music, it fails.
Oh,
it can't truly isolate things properly, and the vocal will dip in and out a bit, and you hear artifacts because it was never truly tracked by people. And he found it as soon as he put it into Logic and ripped out the individual things. He was like, "Oh, this is AI." He knew right away. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, Spotify hasn't commented, but experts say the platform may have little incentive to crack down on AI music. And Professor Gina Neff, who researches responsible AI at Queen Mary University of London, says synthetic artists like Velvet Sundown still drive engagement, just like real ones. If it gets people listening and clicking, it works for Spotify. Yeah, the Velvet Sundown may be fake, but their presence is very real, and it raises big questions about art.
The only question it raises is, will the average human give a shit and start streaming AI music, which they will make way more money on as a corporation, and just leave real musicians in the dust? And will humanity care because there's no longer a Taylor Swift to go see in concert? Now you're just going to go and see what? Virtual reality avatars on stage or something?
Yeah, could do that.
No, we couldn't. Just no.
Well, obviously you're going to say no, but it is very, very curious how this is panning out.
Humanity can't let this happen, because then a few people make a ton of money when it should be an industry full of people that make money. You can't allow this to happen. I don't know. You can use AI for the intro of your YouTube channel and things like that and blah, blah. But we shouldn't be sitting down to commercially listen to corporate fed garbage. It already is that way to the point. So,
well, the thing is, in modern music, what drives the industry is live concerts. The fact that because no one really makes any money on the albums anymore.
The streaming killed that. Now it's about
So it's all about the concert, and like you say earlier, if you can't put on a gig because you don't have a band. Oh, what do you do? Do you have
but if you don't have a band,
no,
but if you don't have a band to share the streaming royalties with, your little group of AI songwriter people make a great living, like serious money then, right? So
another interesting thing is, if the AI does actually come up with a really good track, wouldn't it be quite simple just to get some people in as a band and play it?
Well, yeah, but that's like country music since the dawn of time, songwriters and everything and so on, right? I mean, that's no different. Is whether or not the AI versus people. But again, in my view, AI should not be replacing people in commercially released entertainment. Done. That's it. I don't want it anywhere. I don't want it in my movies. I don't want it in my TV show. I don't want it in my ears. I don't want it in my schnoz, on my tongue, anywhere.
I just checked with the AI, and AI says you're talking shit.
Yeah, well, hit subscribe because you agree with me, and hit subscribe because you disagree with him, and we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, and if you are an AI bot, leave a comment in the comment section, because you can just do it over and over and over again. Just do thousands and thousands of comments. So just get on with the AI.
I don't want that many beeps on my phone. Don't do that. Fuck that.